Wow, good evening, everyone. Hi. Well, everyone's busy networking now. Hi, good afternoon, good evening. Sorry, good evening. My name is Paul. I'm the CEO of Drone Dash. Okay, so drones are probably one of the last things you guys would think that it will come onto the Web3 space, isn't it? Yeah. So essentially, Drone Dash, give you a short overview about Drone Dash. So Drone Dash, think of it as Uber for drones, okay? So essentially what we do is that we find opportunities for our drone pilots. We connect opportunities that require drone services with our drone pilots. Around the world, we have about 2,000 pilots now. So today, we are actually launching a RWA and DPIN project, okay? So this is just a rough overview of the agriculture and logistics space. So you're looking at about, globally, it's about $220 billion. And logistics is actually about $280 billion as well. What's interesting is actually the next slide itself. Okay, so this is in Malaysia, okay, and Indonesia. So effectively what we are saying is that today, if you actually do crop spraying, right, using drones to spray crops for palm trees, the annual revenue that can be derived, you're looking at about 12 billion ringgit in Malaysia, or about $3 billion US. Okay, so the market is there. So our belief is that one day with AI and automation driving, what's going to happen is that a lot of people are going to start investing in autonomous machines that will actually be deployed and generating income for them. You got it? So you will be investing in autonomous machines, okay, and they will be deployed and they will be generating revenue for you. So one of the examples we're looking at is actually agriculture drones, okay? Like I said, we are already doing spraying work in Malaysia and Indonesia today, okay? Contract is there on the table. What we want to do is that, like I said, we want to function like Uber. We're not going to do the work ourselves. So in Uber, what do you have? You have your cars, you have your drivers, and you also have your roads. So with Drone Dash, our cars are our drones. The drivers are our pilots. And the roads, we are actually building the roads in the sky. Okay? So today, like I said, we have a contract on the table to do crop spraying in Malaysia. So what we're going to do is that we are going to RWA our drones. Okay? Effectively, what's going to happen is that the work will be done by the pilots, and the investor comes in to fund the capex. So they will fund the drones. So today we brought a big drone from our partner, Swiss Drones as well, flew all the way in from Thailand. Okay. So imagine today you have a fleet of drones. Okay. You don't have to manage them yourself. They are going to be deployed into the field to do work, and the work is done by the pilots. So at the end of the day, you are an investor. You fund capex. And what's going to happen is that whatever revenue generated by the pilots will be shared back with you as an investor. So we're looking at a very big market today, okay? And in Malaysia, like I said, Malaysia and Indonesia combined just for crop spraying, we're looking at almost 50 billion ringgit. So you divide that by 4.5, so you're looking at about $10 billion every single year. So that's the reason why the market is so big. We can't afford to hire 40,000 pilots, deploy 80,000 drones. So that's the reason why today we are going to RWA our drones, okay? So, Kay, can you show a video of the drones? There's no video? There's no video there? Oh, dear, there's no video there, sorry. Okay, so if you were to go to a plantation, okay, what's going to happen is that that's where we do our work in a plantation. You realize that when you are at a plantation, there is absolutely no connectivity at all, okay? You can't even make a single phone call at a plantation. So what do they need then at a plantation? They need connectivity, isn't it? So in order for us to deploy our drones, we need to build the connectivity as well. So we're going to RWA our drones. Investors come in, they fund the capex, the work's going to be done by the pilots. The revenue, the profit is going to share back with the pilots and the investor. So investor doesn't need to do the work. So the pilot will be doing the work, generating profits for the investor. So the next thing is, like I said, we need connectivity, right? So connectivity equals control, okay? If you cannot connect to your drone effectively, you cannot control your drone. So at the plantations where we're operating, like I said, there is no connectivity. So we have to build that connectivity. So we're going to deep in 5G base stations. We're going to deep in TV white space antennas as well, TV white space, because TV white space has got very long range. That allows us to connect to our drones at very long ranges as well. And of course, we're also going to deep in satellite communications as well. So effectively, what we're doing is that, like I said just now, Uber, they've got the pilot, Uber's got a driver, they've got the cars, and also got the road. But whereas for us, we build the roads ourselves. So think of the road as a toll road in the sky. So we create the problem, and we also create the solution to the problem. Like I said, today, the contract's on the table for us to do crop spraying and also delivery at the plantation. So what we need to do is that we create a solution, because there's no connectivity at the plantation. So we create a solution so that we solve the problem for ourselves. So effectively, we need to do deep in, okay? Because we need to create thousands of base stations all over Malaysia, Indonesia, and also Thailand. So it's not possible for us to go to our investors and say, can you guys give us $200 million and then we're going to build infrastructure, right? So what we're going to do is that we're going to open up deep in to the rest of the world so that everybody can get invested in what we call our base stations. They don't have to operate it, so we use a strategy called managed deployment. Investors come in, they put the money in, and we will do the deployment, because we need to put the devices at locations that we are going to fly. It can't be anywhere. It can't be mounted on someone's home. It has to be along the routes that we want to fly. So we are effectively creating a toll road in the sky. Every time the delivery is done, okay, the delivery has to be done on a fixed route. Imagine airlines flying right today, okay? They don't fly anywhere that they like. The planes don't fly from Hong Kong, Singapore to Hong Kong, any route that they like. They fly via fixed routes. So effectively, we are also building the fixed route in the sky. And we are telling people to come on board, to join us, to deep in the fixed routes in the sky so that deliveries can actually happen. So at some point in time, we want to make sure that we have cargo delivery throughout Asia. So if you do a little bit of search about our company, Drone Dash, you will see that we are trying to create the very first cross-border delivery between Singapore and Malaysia. Okay? First in the world, we're going to create that. But before that can happen, like I said, the road must come before the cars. Okay? Drone deliveries is not something that can happen with mom and pop. They cannot just say, hey, I'm going to do drone deliveries tomorrow, because the biggest concern every government has is, what if I need you to control the drone? Okay, today can a drone fly by itself via GPS? Of course it can. But beyond a certain distance, you can no longer control the drone. Governments don't like that. So today, we've gone to governments in Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand, Japan, and South Korea. We tell the government the road must come before the cars. Okay? So that's what we're doing today. We are building the highway in the sky so that we can facilitate drone deliveries. And at some point in time, what's going to happen is that we're going to do cross-border delivery. Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, and we've got Indonesia wanting to do deliveries into Malaysia as well. So remember this for me, okay? The road must come before the cars, okay? So in order for us to build the road, we need to build connectivity first. Without connectivity, it's impossible to do drone deliveries. So today we are looking for investors. We are also looking for partners, okay? Partners who are familiar with the communication space, more than happy to work together, because we don't have to reinvent the wheel. So like I said today, we already have a problem looking for a solution. It's not, we didn't build a solution looking for a problem, okay? So business is there, contracts on the table, and that's exactly what we need to do. So the first project that we're going to do deliveries in is actually in the plantation, okay? I don't know, do you guys know anything about palm plantation? Probably not. So palm, you know about palm, right? Very well. So palm trees produces palm oil, okay? So today what we're going to do, we're spraying, using the drone to do crop spraying at the plantation. At the same time, we are also carrying the palm fruits for them to the mill. Because today, you can ask the expert at the corner, if you process the palm fruits fast, you get better profits, 20 to 30% more. So like I said, we already have a problem there, and we are providing the solution to the plantations. So we're spraying for them, and then at the same time, we are carrying cargo for them. At the same time, we have to deep in to create the highway so that we can facilitate deliveries. Yeah. So I think we have some time. I don't know if anybody has some questions. Please. You are absolutely right. We're trying to connect with Starlink as well. So like I said, we try to leverage very much on existing infrastructure, communication infrastructure that's available. But if you've been to plantations that are so remote, you won't even get a single phone call. So locations where we can connect to the telco, our boosters will boost the signal from the telco so that we can provide coverage up in the sky, and we're pointing the antennas down so that we can provide coverage to the people that live in the area as well. Again, like I said, we have a problem that we need to solve because the people that live in the areas have no access to internet at all because there's no connection at all. So we are trying to solve the problem. At the same time, we're providing connectivity to our drones so that we can control them. We are also providing connectivity to the ground so that people that live in the area have internet access. Right. So if we don't have telcos, what we do is that if we are near a tower, we can do a backhaul using our TV white space antennas. Does anybody know what TV white space antenna is? TV white space. I'm sure a lot of young people won't know what TV white space is, okay? I come from the Web 1 generation, so what happens in the old days, okay? Television signals, okay, they are analog, okay? They are not digital, they are analog. Today, all governments want to utilize TV white space because it's unutilized now. So it is a bandwidth that is unlicensed but regulated. So effectively, we are going to build TV white space antenna to support our drone deliveries. At the same time, we're going to use that bandwidth to provide internet access to people that live in the vicinity as well. Yeah. So if we have none of that, we're going to fall back onto satellite communications as well. So again, we're going to deepen satellite communications as well. Yeah, please. So today we've got a couple of $1 million contract on the table to do crop spraying in the plantation in Malaysia. At the same time, when it's harvesting period, we will carry the palm fruits for them to the mill so that they can process it faster. Okay. A lot of plantations share a single mill because today, if you were to process your palm fruits, the minute you chop the palm fruits, it starts degrading, okay? So the faster you process it, the better yield that the plantation will have. They can go up to 20 and 30%. So again, like I said, we are trying to solve a problem for them. Right. There's another problem we're trying to solve as well. Okay. So with connectivity, once we build our highway connectivity, we can solve the next problem for them. Okay. So those guys who are in agriculture, they will understand a lot of money is sitting on the ground. What do I mean by that? Money is on the ground. Okay. So if you look at palm plantations again, when they chop the fruits, it drops onto the floor. All the cherries scatter. So 30% of the plantation's revenue is sitting on the ground rotting away. Okay? So how are we solving this problem for them? Again, like I said, today, without connectivity, there is nothing that we can do. So once we deepen and we build our connectivity, we are going to implement the next stage of our autonomous machines. I bet all of you have seen the robotic dog, right? Okay? So we're going to mount a suction device on the robotic dog. Okay? So in the night where the plantation is quiet and dark, we activate the robotic dog, and the robotic dog will walk the entire plantation, sucking up cherries that's on the ground. So today, 30% of the revenue is rotting on the ground. So what we are saying is that we're going to the plantation and say, guys, forget your capex, forget your opex. We will take care of that. We split revenue with you. Whatever that we collect, we share with you, right? So we are looking for investors to come in to fund the capex, all right? And then we will work with people on the ground that we train. They will provide the opex. So these guys will do the job. Investors will share money with them. Yeah, so that's the model that we have. So again, like I said, the road must come before the cars, okay? No connectivity, there's nothing that we can implement. So today we are trying to solve a real world problem, okay? And with the real world asset as well. Yeah, so, oh, time's up. Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. Okay, can we, the contact part? Okay, please. Please do scan us as well. Our handle is very simple on X. It's just Hyperway _ okay? Our X account is Hyperway _. So you'll see a lot of articles about us, all the contracts that we sign with the government in every single country. Yeah, thank you.